Showing here the stained glass window. Let me type this in. I'll show me a little later. Stained, trying to type. And typing it in. Okay. And as I said before, I did my last broadcast from the previous location. You'll get a hint as to my new location in a couple of minutes. And I notified people here on Twitter and YouTube. I'm very censored on YouTube, even with my 123K followers. And I'm very censored on YouTube. Hello to YP Fust, or Y Fust, and someone liked, oh sorry, I'm looking at the wrong stuff. And again, this is fairly new. You can silence people below level 2 or level 5. That is when you're having difficulties. I have so little interest anymore, I don't have to resort to that. I'm showing the stained glass window. If you look in the middle upper center portion above the chair, there's a stained glass window. It doesn't quite look like that in real life. It looks as good but different in real life. And that is actually the worst condition of the stained glass in my house here. And I have not lived in this city before. I've been here now 2.5 weeks. I just got this internet at the house. The internet is supposed to be 20 times my old speed. Instead, it started off 2 times the old speed. It dropped to a half the old speed, and now it's back up to around 5 megabits the old speed. However, my upload speed is very good, ranging up to 30 megabits, which I didn't even have one at the old location. So that kind of prompted me to go on here. And the new person or people, this is a stained glass window. Let's see, right where I'm pointing. It's kind of a fancy house. This is not a Victorian type house, but it's kind of in that vein, built maybe 20 years later. I was going to research more of the age of the house than I have. I've just been too busy or too tired out after doing things for me to check. And I have 2 people unidentified. I suspect they came here from the YouTube or the Twitter. I did, which I don't know was the last time, years, I notified people both on Twitter and YouTube that I was doing this. And it says I have 0 viewers. Apparently the 3 have left. And I think I will turn it on me now. I apologize for this. And let's see if this not working too well. Let me see if I can get this. You can see a nice piece of furniture in the background. And I'm going to try to set this up. Well, that's a little better. That'll have to do for now. I'll go back to the stained glass later. And I was a little cold. I put on this old sweatshirt over this. And been on 5 minutes. And it says 0 people in here right now. I'll keep talking. I'll leave this up for a while. People can look at it. The replay on YouNow, YouTube, the Twitter. I don't know. You can broadcast live on Twitter. I haven't done it. I started to do it once just to test it. And So I was 2.5 weeks here without any phone. I put up a KU band satellite dish the first couple of days. I wasn't able to do it the first day. The LNB I had was bad. And then the second day, it actually was the 2 days to do it, because the second day I didn't have the remote and it's a new receiver. I just couldn't set it up right. And then the second day I did it really fast when I had the equipment I needed. And you're welcome to chat if you're in here. It still says 0 people. I'm going to shut this down by the 10-minute mark, the way things are going. I should have a pretty good, I'm holding this now. I should have a pretty good upload system now. I can't play Warcraft. I can't play the game here barely. It's a Windows 10, and since my speed isn't very fast, I can barely play Warcraft. I can play it at the old house with a supposed 1/20th speed MPS for internet speed, and a Windows 8 versus a Windows 10. And I'm going to attempt to put this back on the stained glass. And this is going to rotate. Bear with me. I'll try to lock this camera in. I hate it when other people do it. But frankly, I have so few viewers. So you see it's not that bright in real life. In real life you can see more detail. And the sun lighting it is behind moderate to heavy overcast. A nice thing is the sun is behind these. It kind of lights them up like it's a lit inside. It's a nice situation. When I was little and I attended a Roman Catholic church, and I could either say the city or I'll say the details, which is the city I was born in Massachusetts. Those had the religious, and rarely did I ever notice that they were lit up from the sun. I'm not sure why, but not being there at the right time. Yeah, sunrise, sunset is the best times. I guess I wouldn't have been at church right at sunrise or sunset hardly at all. So that's what you typically think. These are not religious. They're more like, they make me think of the Shakers, the Quakers, the New England people that did designs. I believe this area was settled by Massachusetts folks back around 140 to 50 years ago. 140 to 150 years ago. I believe there were Massachusetts people who mainly settled this. And here is the one stained glass I'm pointing out. And I'm going to get off within about a minute. I guess I had 3-4 viewers come from the notifications I gave, and they'll be able to see this on YouTube for a while. I won't delete it immediately. And going past 9 minutes, I don't know if the people walking by outside can hear me talking to myself. Of course, I'm not talking to myself. And I'm going to stop this and maybe do another one sometime in front of showing a different stained glass. Okay, be careful out there, folks.